Welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I'll be showing you how to find the test statistic for a t-test with two samples. And we're going to assume that the variance is not equal. All right, so there's two ways we can do it. One way is by using this formula here, which I will show you. And the other way is by using the data analysis button in Excel. So let me show you the data analysis button real quick first, then we'll do it the long way. Okay, so in your list here, you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom until you see t-test to sample assuming unequal variances. So you want to select that. Then it's going to ask you for your data. So your first set will just be whatever's in your first column here. Your second set's going to be whatever's in your second column here, and don't include the titles. All right, so we'll put the hypothesized mean difference as 0, since that's what the that's what it usually is for two samples. The alpha, we just put in whatever the significance level is, and the output range, just put it somewhere on the same chart there, same sheet rather, and click on OK. All right, so this is what we want. Test statistic. This is the p-value for left-tailed and p-value for two-tailed. And of course, if you want the right tail, you just do 1 minus this, and you get your value. Okay, so let me just finish setting this up. Okay, so now let's say for some reason that you're having trouble with the technology, Excel is not working for you, you're not getting the right answer. Well, we can fall back to this formula right here. I know it looks really huge, really scary, but it's really not. Let me break it down for you. We're going to need 3 things for this. We're going to need the mean for each of the samples, the sample size for each of the samples, and the standard deviation for each of the samples, and the sample size for each of the samples. So we can do that. Really simple. We've done all these things before, so we'll find the mean for each one, and standard deviation. And we'll find the sample size. Sample size, you can use the count formula. That'll just count if the cells are populated. We'll do the same thing on this side for the second sample. All right, and that's all set up. So now we just use this formula. So use parentheses for the top part here because we want to do the subtraction before the division. So we'll subtract the two means, and you just go in order. Sample 1 minus sample 2. So this guy minus this guy. Here we go. Close parentheses, and we'll divide that by the bottom, which is in the square root. So we want the square root function. Okay, then we want to take the standard deviation of the first sample squared divided by sample size of the first sample plus square the standard deviation of the second sample divided by sample size of the second sample. That's it. So as you can see, it should match the statistic here. Okay, so to find the p-value, it's going to come out slightly different. I'll show you. So we're going to do the left-tailed here, t-dist. This is the value right here. Now the degrees of freedom, you can see that The technology output calculates the degrees of freedom in a different way. Normally what we do is we take the smaller of the two sample sizes and subtract 1. So in this case, our degrees of freedom is going to be 6. Left tail, we always want cumulative. And here we go. So you can see it's a little different. Yeah, slightly different. Okay, now for the right tail, do the same thing except for 1 plus 1. Same value, same degrees of freedom. And these should be the complements of each other. And two-tail, so remember for the two-tailed, only take positive values, so you can use absolute value function. The freedom will be the same. So you can see it's slightly different from what's here, but that's the two ways we can do it. So the first way with the data analysis toolpack, second way with this formula here. It's just a matter of getting all of your values. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. So please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video.